Hi everyone, it's Corinne. I know I've been promising to talk to you about the different types of finishes that Jamberry wraps have, and truth be told, I am exhausted from typing on my computer tonight. So I've decided to try to make a quick video just to go over the different types of finishes, and that way, maybe if you're having trouble applying them or you were trying to figure out, what looks you're tending to go for, maybe knowing the different finishes can help with that. So the first one that I'm actually going to talk about is the glossy wrap. So this is your, standard white backing here. And I have my Easter Bunny ones out. I am so excited to put these on for Easter. But this wrap is pretty standard. I apply about 4 to 5 seconds of heat to them, and that usually ends up being just fine for being able to put them on my nail and apply lots of pressure to them and get them to adhere to my nail bed like they should. So glossy is just your kind of standard wrap and looks just like this, and the backing looks just like this. The next one that I'm going to talk about are actually called the glimmers. Sometimes you'll also hear people refer to them as the metallics, and that is because if you take a glimmer pattern and you flip it over, you can see that it's printed on a metallic backing, so it looks a little more silver. Now, this particular wrap is thicker, and so it does require more heat, I've noticed anyways, when I'm applying it. So I use about 8 to 10 seconds in order to really get it to move and wiggle around so that I can place it on my finger and know that I have a good hot application onto it where I can apply some decent pressure so that I'm going to get a really good waterproof seal on that. So when you're dealing with a metallic or a glimmer, that is actually called, make sure that you're heating it for at least 8 to 10 seconds, okay? Very nice. The next one I'm going to talk about is the matte one. Now, I love to hate the matte because my very first application was actually with the Serendipity, and that was a Sisters exclusive last month. And I went to go put it on for another February jam cure that I had, and I had the hardest time. I was like, whoa, what is this? And the truth about the mattes is that they are one of the thinnest we have, and they're definitely the most delicate. So they have to be treated with care. But the finish is absolutely beautiful on them. And I'm actually once again going to take the opportunity to show off my Style Box wraps for this month because they're gorgeous and they do come in the matte, hence the matteness. Oh man, Jamberry, you're so punny. Now, what I can say about this is it's not impossible. I just recently decided that I was going to conquer a little matte action by using my matte version of my Sweet Whimsical here, and I was able to do quite a nice job. So you just have to have faith and trust and patience. Be very delicate with the matte wraps. Don't give them as much heat. They're not as forgiving as some of the other wraps, but they can be beautiful. And I wanted to actually point out that until I found Jamberry just a few weeks before, I had bought a matte coating so that I could make my nail finishes look matte. This baby would have bought me a whole jam wrap. So thank gosh I found Jamberry. Too bad it wasn't before purchasing this super uber expensive bottle of matte finish. All right, moving on. Sparkle. And I wanted to show you a couple different kinds. One, because I'm pretty excited to put this one on my fingers for St. Patty's Day. And then this one, because it's just like a little mini party in my eyesight. I love a sparkle. It is also a thicker wrap. It's the thickest, I think, personally, with Jamberry. And so when I heat this wrap, I do it for 10 seconds or more. I often just kind of look at it and see when does it start to bend. Once it starts to bend, I do like a little Mary had a little lamb, and then I let it go. And I know that I'm kind of ready to start applying this wrap. I know that if you don't give that wrap a whole lot of heat, you're going to have a hard time working with it. And it's actually one of the most long-lasting wraps I've noticed. So if there's something that you need to do, this wrap will really do you justice. I think way more than 14 days, actually. So, if you can treat it right, Good. It's going to be about the heat and then making sure that you have enough heat so that you're able to really apply the pressure that you need to. The next one and the final one I'm going to talk about is the tint. It is one of my favorites. So our tints are actually see-through. So as you can see my hand right through this wrap. This is the Boysenberry tint. They are the thinnest wrap I have worked with Jamberry. I love them though because I think that they're really forgiving. I can put them on and replace them and, reheat them if I need to. And I love that I can put another wrap over them if I don't want that beautiful, just like more sheer tint to it. It is gorgeous on. And I wanted to show you a solid tint because I wanted you to see the difference between the solids and the actual tint. So this is also a boysenberry color. So as you can see, the color is a lot stronger through on a regular solid glossy. But the tint is absolutely beautiful, and it works really well with placing like your on clears over them and doing that really awesome overlay look. So I'm really hoping to add a lot more tints to my collection as I go on. And then also from my book tonight, yes, like I pulled a whole lot of Jamberries. Let's talk about that later. Yikesers. Jamberry Juniors. They also do come in different, the different textures. I have not seen matte, but I'm going to point out the two that I have seen and that live in my personal collection. This is Little Lady. Beautiful. And she is printed on the backing. So this is a metallic. So remember that if you're using this, especially with a young one, that you are going to have to heat it more so that it'll be able to have a really nice pressured application when you're putting it on. So make sure you spend that time heating. I know that sometimes they like to get wiggly, but make sure you spend that time heating the wrap properly so that you'll be able to get that on really well. And then remember, it's going to last a long time if you can. And then also look at this baby. I love this. So this is a glossy. And I love this one because it does have like a very Eastery feel. We've got our teal mini polka dot in there. And I definitely have a bonus child that I am feeling that she's going to need these in her Easter baskets from Auntie Corinne. So I'm excited about that one. But I wanted to point out that Jam Juniors also have those particular backings too. And so you're going to have to be aware of how long you heat them. So quick overview. Mattes. Very delicate. Don't need very much heat. They're not very forgiving. Just be patient with them. Tints. Awesome. Don't need very much heat because they're super thin, but there's so much you can do with them. Sparkle. Thickest wrap. It's going to last a really long time though. Make sure that you're more on the 10 plus seconds from my personal experience. Glimmer or metallics. That silver backing that you see. 10 seconds. A good time I have discovered for myself personally. And then glossy, about 4 to 5 seconds, it really starts to bend and mold. So I hope that this was helpful as far as maybe application. If you are having trouble though, I would love to troubleshoot with you as far as getting those wraps to stay on your hands and last a really long time. So I'm going to leave it from there. You can ask me anything, and I hope that you guys are all enjoying your wraps as they arrive, or wraps you've previously had. And once again, please ask any questions below. And that's it for the different types of wraps we have at Jamberry. Have a jammin' time, guys. Bye.